Tell me your football journey. I want to hear a really well organized timeline. Kind of, here's when I started playing. These are kind of some of the critical people that have impacted me. I love to hear when a guy says, when I was in the 10th grade, we were playing against such and such, and they had this player. His name was so and so. And to me, this was kind of a test to see if I really had it. And I crushed this guy. And I kind of knew at that point, I can really do something with my career. I love to hear answers like that.
Why?
This is a person, if a person can have a really detailed story going backwards, I believe this is a person who can have a really detailed vision going forwards. And they will maximize their potential. They will find their best. They will become as good as they're supposed to become because they have a grasp of their story. They have like kind of an epic sense about them, you know? Or the guys who kind of like, I don't know, I've just been talented and like, here we are. It's like, I don't know if this guy's going to, he may be a good player. I don't think he's going to be a great player because he doesn't know where he's going.
You know, I asked Dan Morgan about this too. We get into the combine week and we can get very enamored by what you see, the measurables. And sometimes it seems the further you get away from the college football season, the more focus is put on the combine. How do you weigh what you see at the combine versus the game film?
Yeah, you always got to let the film bring you back. But I think that these interactions, how they do in this setting, it's a pretty stressful environment. You know, the pro day is a more relaxed situation where they're kind of, you know, somewhere familiar for them. But I think it helps to kind of like create a little bit of, you know, discrepancies, creating a little bit more space between or moving guys up. I think it really helps set the board when you take the whole picture. So all this stuff matters. Why I still choose to come and be here and see these guys in person and shake this dude's hand. And that means something, you know,
Especially if there's a firm grip.
absolutely. Like, especially if I'm like shaking my hand after. But so I think it does help to fill in, but at the end of the day, go back to the film.
When you're evaluating draft prospects, how important is scheme fit?
It is important. It is important because there are certain things. We have a vision for what a high level nose tackle looks like in our defensive scheme. We have a vision for what we're going to ask this tight end to do. And because of that vision, that's where the clearer we can see this person making that transition, then the more confidence we have in that pick. You know, where